to that shit? Like, that looks tight as fuck.
Yeah, thank you.
That looks incredible. But VS.
Yeah.
When it comes to Birkenstocks,
Why the fuck are we
how
starting
many pairs do you have?
I got 2.
2, that's it?
2.
Nah, I swear on, bro, on everything holy, I thought you had like a whole like
Nah, I got 2.
set. I was gonna. My next question is like, yo, how do we get the endorsement? Because you saw La Russell just got Crocs.
Man,
I'm like, man, we gotta get the Shea Butter
I ain't
guy,
gonna lie.
the Birkenstock Club.
I throw the Birks on for things like this where I'm not on camera, where I'm just like, let me just be comfortable. Other than that, I'm wearing some sneakers. There's gonna be sneakers.
Yeah,
But
but see, man, the white socks, bro, with the Jesus sandals just work, bro. I don't see why you even go through. Yeah, I literally just, if I was you, nigga, we could start selling the VS edition.
It's safety, my nigga.
yeah, right?
Like if somebody run up on you and you got the Birken, that's the only. I love Birkenstocks.
Yeah,
but if somebody run up, I don't want to have my Birkenstocks on. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like worst case scenario. That's why I don't fuck with it outside the house.
Man, I mean, it's this chick I was around recently. She was bad to me. I'm putting my bid in, and she went and looked at my Instagram. It was an old picture, like Costa Rica trip. And she just like, I saw you with the Birkenstocks with your feet out. Like, I feel like I just lost like 10 points when she saw that shit. I'm like, nah, like,
No,
they had an easy slide. I was trying to lie. Nah, they had the easy slides.
No, she likes it. She likes it. She's just not used to it. But she likes it. That's just like when you was in middle school or something, you had a crush on a girl, you hit him, or you know what I'm saying? Or you did some shit like that, like
took their cookies or something.
Yeah, or made fun of him. You like the drip, bro.
That's what I see. I thought I was tripping, bro. I was like, what's up, Birkenstocks was the shit. But granted, she was from like Baltimore, so I'm like, oh yeah, you niggas can't even wear shit with your toes out. Like it's a lot of like running and shooting and real shit going on where you from, so you can't even.
But with women, you just gotta read between the lines, bro. Some of these insults be compliments, bro.
I'm learning that. When she said something about my Birkenstocks, bro, I was just like, I ain't never wear these motherfuckers again. But it was in the moment. It was in the moment. But like seeing VS wear his all the time, I be looking like, bro, we gotta get a deal, bro, because you be stunning the motherfuckers. Like I need you to pop out to the club with a fit on and Birkenstocks on.
No, I did. Remember when I came to Taco Tuesday for that one? And you was like, bro.
Yeah.
You was like, how you the only nigga that make a jail outfit look fly?
Yes, nigga. Like
I'm a closed toe Birkenstock. That's next level right there. I'm closed toe.
Closed toe is the shit though. Closed toe, when you know you really in the big leagues. When you got the closed toe, like you definitely made it, like for sure. But I never.
They cost the same. They all cost $100. Actually, they cost more than these kids' Jordans, bro.
They do. Yeah, they do.
They do.
Yeah, because I remember I put mine on payment
comfort. These ones is crazy because they're all unique. Like, so these ones were stiffer than the other ones. These ones took a minute to actually break in.
Oh, so you had to break the motherfuckers in.
Yeah, these ones actually hurt for a minute. It was like, all right, these ones ain't really that comfortable. The other ones were like butter. Like the moment I put them on, it was smooth. These ones, it took a while for these to actually be comfortable.
You got to commit to them for them to feel amazing. Like when you first get it, you can't get a big size. You got to get kind of smaller, and then they start. My boy, Ant.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, get them. They're gonna conform to your feet. My nigga, shut up. But they really did. Like they really did. I had to thank him the other day. Like, thank you, bro. I've been wearing them shit. I wear them every day. Literally every day I go in my house.
They look so comfortable, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when I wore them, I ain't wore them to that trip. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get the full comfort, bro.
I know.
You gotta bring them out of retirement, man.
Yeah, no, my shit still hurt for sure. I mean, I've tried around the house when I had to go grab something, and then I went ahead and like put them on because you trying to grab it. Oh, grab these bitches. Put them on. That shit hurt running to the car, and I'm like that shit was not fun. I was like, oh, these bitches.
I be trying to do too much. I be trying to move shit around, and then they be falling off. It be like, Ooh, that could have been bad.
I got some clean ones. I got some fly Birkenstocks, but I don't wear them that often. So they still, and I don't wear them because they're not comfortable. But I got to put in the work to make them comfortable.
That's crazy. You got to put in the work to make the shoes fit.
Because as men, we don't do that. As men, we don't put in work to make shoes.
As black men,
especially as black men.
Because black men, we just got to be fly. We just got to switch our shit out. Yeah, I mean, we're a young civilization. You feel me? Black people in this country, so we trying to stunt this lifetime.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
That brings up a question. We're all millennials, right?
Yeah.
We seem really young, but we're like old. Like I looked at a picture of my dad who was like technically 4 years younger than me when I was born, and I'm like, damn, his like whole demeanor, his whole presence was already old. Like I'm not even there. Yeah, I ain't even.
I figured out the answer to this, bro.
What's that?
The recession.
Which one?
The one in 2008 or something like that, around that time.
Oh, when the housing crash?
Yeah.
The housing crash. When the housing crash, working for one job or stability or job stability was out the window. And then our generation came right after this, when our parents used to be adults and like work a job, retire, pension, all that shit, right? And then that housing crash came, and then these people who worked tirelessly, bro, to provide for their family, that shit was eliminated at a drop of a dime.
That's true.
So our generation came and we was like, hey, nigga, if you could take everything, I might as well be a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, give me a camera.
I'm selling plates.
Yeah, I'm selling plates. I'm doing anything but that. And then we just held on to our youth longer than we would have, because it's like, nigga, if we gonna lose everything, we might as well rock out.
That's true. Because back then they was
so a little bit of being fearless.
Yeah, like you gotta remember, bro. Teddy Pendergrass, it was no best new artist when Teddy Pendergrass came. That was a grown ass man. Them niggas had jobs, had kids.
They already did the shit. They did life before they even got on. You know
this is him after 20 years at the steel mill. Now he all of a sudden like singing like.
So, that's why I be in the politics. I'm like, bro, it's really our duty right now. We're just the voting age, bro. We just got on Jordan, so niggas don't realize that we're the voting age. We're the barbecue age.
Yeah,
nigga, we're the age that we need to be barbecuing at the fucking family get-togethers.
Now we organizing the family barbecue. Now we gotta go get the ribs.
We should, and we still waiting on our parents to get the ribs when in actuality it should be us. You know what I'm saying?
We still send them niggas to the store.
I still be depending on my mom, and it's not supposed to be like that.
Hey, bro, we really took that slogan, we some Toys R Us kids, to heart, bro.
To heart, bro.
We never want to grow up. Hey, that feels so good to say, because I know that about myself. Because people would be like, you look younger than that. They always ask me how old I am. And it's like, I tell them, they'll be like, oh.
They don't see the wisdom in the beard?
The wisdom, they see that, but then the face is young. So then they be confused. They like, hold on, I can't tell. And so
because also our parents, they had a dress code. The dress code changed too. So when you get to a certain age, you like put on the suit more often than you would normally as a fucking kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then so you embodied that. You remember when niggas was getting the fucking their hair pushed back and they were just keeping this shit?
Yeah, the hot top.
Like niggas is shaving that shit off now. I'm like, bro, why do I need a little bit? Why do I need the middle gone? Like now niggas are just like, I'm committed to being fly. But there's no dress code for age no more.
No.
That shit's out the window.
So we all kind of dress the same.
Forever.
Yeah. Like, I remember you said something that about when it comes to the key to fashion, you said like the key is that like whenever you take a photo, somebody can't tell what year it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I stuck with me. And I see that a lot in our generation because, you know, we definitely recycle a lot of trends and things like that, and we just keep it going because we don't see no reason to stop. You know, back in the day when people like, but that's from the 70s. Like now, somebody like, I don't give a fuck if that's from the 70s. Like that shit is fly to me now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We don't look too far off from 10 years ago if you look at pictures of us. You know what I'm saying? As like my mom age, the baby boomer age, you feel me? Like, nigga, my dad, I can show you a picture. This nigga is super dip. And he's still dip now, but he also like just accepted that he has to have a suit on. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm never going to accept that.
No.
There's never going to be a time.
Like, I'm never going to.
Never going to, bro. I don't even own a suit, bro. I don't own it. I'm not going to own one unless necessary. I'll rent that shit. That's how much I'm not going to need a suit.
I believe that. Like, I think, especially with our generation, our age, especially because we are millennials and we saw pre-internet and post-internet. So, like, in a way, it's like some of our ways, our mindsets is from that time of like what our parents told us about, but then also we're very free thinkers. Mm-hmm. And like we care a lot about our mental and physical health, and we will stop and say like, nigga, I have depression, I have anxiety, or nigga, I'm vegan now. Like it's a lot of things that we do take care of ourselves now that they didn't do, you know. And it's a lot of rules that we don't follow. Like it's less and less you see people staying at companies for 20 and 30 years. Like niggas is like, I'm taking this money and I'm investing in stock, or I'm starting up a business, like I said, or I'm selling plates, or I'm becoming a DJ, or I'm a curator now, or now I'm an influencer where I don't have to go and subject myself to someone's 9 to 5 and their clock for the next 30 years. Like I can be like I think our generation, especially now, it has the most like overnight millionaires than any other time. So you can literally find your happiness by doing something that has nothing to do with being on someone's clock. Yeah. And I think that helps a lot with us. Like our parents was in, again, them niggas in steel mills. Them niggas was like construction workers. Them niggas was in hell in like sawdust and like.
Oh, them jobs still paying though.
Yeah, I mean,
like they paying more now. They paying now.
They still pay.
They still paying. That's the fucked up part about it. Is like our generation, they so cool, they don't even want to get money.
No.
No. They just want to be fly bums.
That's it. And get likes.
Yeah, get likes. Like, bro.
Keep it funky, yeah.
That's why I love my generation, bro, because I grew up with a no phone. Mm-hmm. Like, all this niggas know me in Oakland during the time when there was no phones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the internet came, and then, like, I had the pager. Then I had the time port. Then I had the Sidekick. Then I had the BlackBerry. Then I seen nothing to something. Yeah. You feel me? So I still have.
I was just writing about that today. I was like, man,
You're a writer?
Huh?
You're a writer?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta talk, man.
Yeah. So
that boy got so many hyphenates.
For real.
I'm just a creative, bro. Like
He is Jamaican.
I'm the person that you just put, and I'm just gonna find what I can do to help something be better than what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me too. I'm the same. Yeah. I'm gonna solve a problem. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. There's always an answer. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like until it's probably gonna be. What are we back in Generation Z?
Yeah,
and then
that's what they call it.
And then there's the Alpha again, right? They started over but eventually they're gonna go back to a time where they're not really gonna fuck with the phone. Like my son, he's 19. He got a different relationship with the internet than what I have with the internet, right? And then growing, because it's always you go through that rebellious stage in your teen years. Mm-hmm. As the internet has become our norm. There's gonna be a generation where they're gonna be like, "Fuck the internet."
It's coming soon.
Yeah,
it's literally, I done seen it, bro. All the shit, bro. It's a bubble. That's why I don't be wearing no baggy ass jeans, bro. Cause the bubble has popped, bro. Yeah. Like niggas are not gonna. I can bet money niggas are not gonna wear that next year.
Yeah,
for sure.
The bubble has popped. The internet bubble has popped. They can't get ingrained in it anymore, bro. They're gonna start rebelling. They're gonna start want to go on hikes. Yeah. If you're on the internet, you're gonna be a lame, bro.
Again.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's how it was, remember? Rappers used to make fun of people being on the internet. And all them same rappers now is the corniest niggas on the internet.
Yeah.
Bro, niggas doing challenges. Them niggas is going on there, like, start like talking about their beefs. Like, it's so many niggas that's trying to, like, find themselves on the internet when they don't even realize, like, how lost that shit is. Like, it's true, though. Like, when you say, like, with the younger work, because, like, even with me working with younger artists, like, it's so hard to get them to post on their social media. It's so hard, like, bro, you need to post this, you need to post often. It's literally just like an ongoing battle. Like, they don't like it. They just like,
because a lot of who they are is based on the amount of likes, so they don't want to throw anything out there that's going to not yield enough likes to make them feel good. So if I don't post anything, I'm good because I'm not subjecting myself to the world, because their self-worth is dependent on nigga the likes.
Definitely.
I want some likes, but nigga, is my self-worth that? No, bro. I still got niggas who fuck with me. And they do too. They just don't understand it like that. You feel me?
Yeah,
the counter to that is like what Russell's doing. He's putting out so much content that even if something flops, you wouldn't know. Because by the time you can tell that it's a flop, something else is out.
Yeah. He's literally
he get it. He got an older soul. I feel
for sure. I mean, he comes from that. You could tell like so much he's doing for his city. Like so much stuff that he's always trying to take it back home. And like at a moment, think about like, bro, it's so many artists, so many creatives, period, who couldn't wait to leave the Bay. Like, I can't wait to go. I can't wait to move to LA. I can't wait to get out of there. You know what I mean? And he's like on his bully about like, nah, I'm about to literally go like pop and be big as fuck at home, literally in my mama's house. Literally at my mom's house. I'm not about to change nothing. I'm not about to put on none jewelry. I'm not about to stunt. I'm not doing nothing. I'm really about to fuck with my niggas and put on literally where I'm from. I'm from a small town named called Vallejo, and I'm gonna put on Vallejo.
He got an analog feel for the digital space,
bro. When you're bringing people to Vallejo, like that's big because unless you from here, you don't understand the value of Vallejo. But to bring people who don't get that all the way to your city and making them appreciate it in a way that's never been appreciated, hasn't been appreciated in a long time, probably since the 90s.
It's not that genius. It's not that genius.
No, he's just standing on what he believes in.
He's just standing on his shit.
Yeah, he's standing on what he believes in.
Standing on your shit shouldn't be that groundbreaking. He didn't let a nigga play him. He didn't let the money change him. And that shouldn't be that fucking groundbreaking.
No.
It's just different because that's not what we've seen. Yeah. People do all sort. They go against their character for the coin.
But you already broke. That's like a nigga. You already broke. Like, I don't DJ all the time because, nigga, I've been broke. I don't need your money, bro. If it makes sense to me, I'm going to do it. If it don't make sense to me, I'm not going to do it. But it's just like, bro, I know how to be broke, bro. If I don't take your money, I'm just going to be the same broke I am now. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you know how to be broke, you going to stand on your own shit. He know how to be broke. He understand it, bro. He just like, I'm broke, so okay, and I'm having a great time at life.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to continue having this great time at life, and I'm not going to do anything to compromise myself because I'm already having a great time broke.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do my Dougie, you know what I'm saying?
Authenticity. That's what I think. That's how he's winning though, because he is that way.
Nah, I love it. I love it, but it's like, bro, this nigga just did everything correctly, bro. He did everything that you niggas know. You niggas just haven't done it. You feel me? And it's like, it's groundbreaking. It's super tight that you can, he's one of, it's got to be hard to stand on your shit, obviously, because everyone would do it. But I'm like, bro, standing on who you are and being the man that you are shouldn't be that fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That it shouldn't be like that. And it is, but I don't know. These niggas don't know how to be broke or something. I don't know. I ain't doing shit I don't want to do, bro. I know how to eat top ramen. I still remember.
Yeah.
I still know how to work at Home Depot. Like, before I take your DJ gig, I'll just go back to work at Home Depot.
Damn. I respect that.
Yeah, saying no is a powerful thing. Like, being able to be like, nah, I'm cool.
The power.
That's where the power is.
The power of no. I've heard that in industry conversations all the time. Power of no. To understand, to literally know your worth, and be willing to say no and understand that there is more power in saying no than there is saying yes. You know.
Yeah, bro. Anybody can say yes. Anybody can say yes. Anybody can amass clout, and anybody can use that clout up, bro. It's the difference between a boss is he's gonna use this shit correctly. He's gonna use his clout. Russell ain't doing no big ass shows. He ain't doing shows unless it align with what he has. But as artists and musicians, bro, you gotta stand on your own shit, because if he listened to what was going on in the industry, bro, he would do what y'all niggas do. So he'll be you guys. Like, he just, I don't want to be them, so I'm going to do me.
Me, yeah.
It's like, clearly what y'all niggas are doing is not working. Yeah. None of it is working. And you still want to do what's not working. Yeah. Well, Russell said, none of that shit is working. I might as well rest on my thoughts.
And do it his own way.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into the intro. Usually we start a little earlier, but as y'all can see, we was in some deep shit.
Oh fuck,
you know
I forgot about that.
You good. Like, that was all of us. We was into it. Like, that's usually how it goes. We like those type of conversations where it spawn on other subjects.
Yeah.
So it's nothing at all. But we want to welcome y'all to another episode of Regular Thing Podcast. I'm your host, man, your player partner Kodak. Behind the camera is the Shea Butter God himself, VS. You know what I mean? Yes, Shea Butter Guy. Like, I'm coining that. He's gonna get that on his shirt because he has no fucking choice, because that's how much I'm gonna coin the fuck out of it. And I want my cut. Usually we have Shamari here, but Shamari had a prior engagement, so we miss you, Maki. You know what it is. Gang, 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 you feel me? But we have a very special guest today, somebody who I love, and I always give him his flowers and tell him how much I rock with him, I fuck with him. And I'm sure a lot of y'all gonna know him out here, but y'all don't get a chance to hear him talk a lot. So I'm gonna make sure that y'all like catch all of this game, all this wisdom, and all of this funny and crazy shit. This is my brother Daghe Digital, man.
I love you.
Love you, brother. Thank you for showing up, man. Listen, man, not a lot of people out here that like you know that if you're gonna do a podcast about creativity and art, that you gotta get on here. But like, you were definitely somebody that I was like, I gotta have you on here. I gotta have you talk, because we've had several conversations either on live or prior vlogging I was doing. So having you on here was automatic, because we have some of the most amazing, artistic, in-depth conversations just anywhere, bro. We standing somewhere and just talking for like 30 minutes to an hour of just deep diving in this shit. And so it's like I had to get it on mic and have my brother VS be a part of it, man. So thank you again for coming. You know what I mean? Like, I love the fact you're here, and I can't wait to nerd out, because I got like 10 nerdy ass questions that I can't wait to ask. You know what I mean? So
yes, this is why I don't get on camera, because I'll be saying shit and it be sounding wild, bro. And I be listening to this shit, I be cringing like,
bro. Trust me, I've had to go through and do the edits.
Okay.
Like, just listening to my own voice, it's like, damn. I hear every incomplete thought. I hear like everything. I was just like, ugh.
Just brain farting.
But I mean, it's beautiful though. That's what I'm saying. So I wanna start towards the beginning. What point in time in your life did you like discover you're creative? Like, do you recall a time where you just like, I just started coloring, I started drawing, I started doing something, and then I just started. That's where I feel like that's where it started for me. Where we got into like art and like doing it myself.
When I don't know. Like, I stand on the art shit now, but for a long time I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know it was art, and it's like I'm not painting, so I couldn't really categorize myself as an artist, because I don't have like a medium that I'm like, this is my thing. You know what I'm saying? And then they always tell you don't be a jack of all trades, master of nothing type shit. So, but once I was in high school, like 11th grade, I used to do RIP shirts for like everybody in Oakland. It was this dude called Aswad that used to do the RIP shirts. And then I was taking a lot of his business and just doing it for like the North Oakland cats, and then shit on and on. So I'm like, I used to make the graphics on my computer, and then I used to go to Office Depot, and then I used to put hella transfer paper. I used to technically steal it, but I was just adding it to the other one. So I'll take hella paper. I used to buy one thing of transfer paper and then put as many as I can fit in there and then pay for it.
Damn.
And then I used to be selling it. I used to buy that for like $12, which was a lot of money for me at the time.
Hell yeah. High school, $12 a lot.
But then I put hella paper in, and I used to just do hella RIP shirts for the whole town before anything. Damn. And that's when I was like, I can make money. And then I was I know how to make money. And I used to sell CDs, blank CDs, Marshall Mathers LP, all of those Lil Wayne, No Ceilings. I used to sell those in high school. So I know how to generate money from thinking about shit.
Did you, when you were selling the shirts, was it like a actual full-blown business, or just for the homies? Like, I'll do it here and there. You need something, I got you. Or did it get to a point to where like, nah, I go to Daghe for the shirts?
Initially, it's for the homies. I don't have a business. There was no way to promote it or nothing like that. But eventually, my homies had homies, so they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting Daghe's making my shit," and then they'll get my contact to somebody else. And shit, I was at my mom's house. People used to just pull up to my mom's house.
Oh, so you was trapping out the band though?
Yeah,
at mom's crib. That's so when it. All right, well, during that time was airbrushing like big?
Maybe that was a thing.
Cause I'm trying to remember when did airbrushing get.
I can imagine it being a thing. this was like, cause I was doing some Mesquite type shit.
Ooh.
This was when Mike Jones was out.
Man.
Okay, I know I made a Mike Jones Mesquite type shirt. So I did the transfer like it was a RFP shirt, but then I put the paint on the side. On the edges of it.
Okay. I remember that time, bro. Putting a little paint. Cause I used to remember niggas used to go to like Michael's or something.
That's why I used to get it.
Yeah, get the paint.
Yeah.
It used to be like, I used to remember niggas to draw like, it'll be just names or font or whatever. You get like a picture in the middle that you're getting, your iron pressing on or whatever, and then you would do like little shit around there and flick the paint all on the sides and shit.
I was heat transferring with it, and I was ironing that bitch too.
Bruh, niggas don't understand that era, bro.
That was a good era.
That's when like, nigga, that's when Foot Locker had the t-shirts on lock. Nigga, you get like you get like 4 for dub, bro, out of Foot Locker, bro.
What's crazy is that as you said that, I'm like, oh, that's coming back around. It's gonna,
bro. The bubble, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you where fashion is going, bro. A t-shirt like that and some Vans. That's what niggas are gonna be wearing by next year. It's going to be the most normal. Everybody's going to go so normal, bro. Like niggas are going to wear white t-shirts are going to be in. It's popped. The bubble has popped. All this extra shit. There's nowhere. Or the niggas are going to wear suits, like literally clean suits. We're about to get into like this shit is so goofy now. We're going to get into damn near like
minimalistic type.
We're going to get into minimal, and niggas are going to start dressing up.
Yeah.
They're literally gonna be dressed dapper.
Something that I noticed was like at some point in time, it's like everybody kind of found their era. Like I look at like all the races, like the emo people. It's like that's an aesthetic. Like that's that. The baggy clothes. It's some niggas that never left where it's just like it came back around and now they just gonna look like their style again. But for the past decade, niggas was clowning them. So it's like you just look at certain eras and just pick whichever one is you and people just stay there.
People just stay there. I guess I stayed in my era too. I only wear skateboard clothes and Jordans and Vans, and I'll be supplementing shit. But in the end of the day, I got a Thrasher shirt on or something like that. Like that's true. That's like shit's what I know. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So speaking of fashion shit, like, do you have inspirations for your style? I mean, because that's one of the things you're known for. You're known for getting the fit off. Like, you know, you're in the conversation as far as like influence on style, particularly out here, but especially just in general, because I know certain things you've done online has went viral and it wasn't fully credited back to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, do you have like people who you like, maybe when you were like in high school, you like, I used to like love their style, I want to dress like them, or I used to be inspired by this designer?
Not really. I like Pharrell because that's where I got my base aesthetic, which is like skate, like not skate in the terms of like BBC and ice cream, but like Spitfire type shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hockey, like fucking awesome. Them kind of brands. That's my base I got from Pharrell, but and trucker type hats, but. My only inspiration is like whatever y'all niggas are doing, I'm going to do the exact opposite of that. That's my only inspiration.
I fuck with you, bro, because that's how I am.
Yeah, like even
nobody doing that.
Yeah. Even if I like it, I'm still not going to do it. But if the fashion comes around and lands on what I'm doing, I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to do opposite because that's my shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like. Because it just looks timely. And like I told you, I'm like, I never want to dress so a nigga on Facebook can know what year it was. Like if you look at my Facebook or look at any of my pictures, you can't tell the year. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh, that was the baggy jean year. That was post-pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
So you're very intentional with like, literally no matter what time of year or whatever fashion, you just wear what the fuck you want to wear. It don't even matter if you reaching back, thinking forward. You just like, if I like this shit, I'm going to wear it. And also, none of you niggas are wearing it.
Yes. And then it's like, but I'm also not dressing for everybody. Like, I'll wear something and somebody's going to be like, that's cool. It's going to be one nigga that you're going to have a moment with because he understands what you got. Nigga be like, niggas don't know what Arc'teryx is.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But not in the black community, but somebody else is gonna see this jacket and be like, a black nigga or somebody in my world is gonna be like, that's an Artillery jacket. Okay, you fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's not gonna get that. And that's how I be dressing for that one person that see you be like, damn, you fucking
like,
yeah. Question:
I see that.
Do you tailor your clothes? Do you get them tailored?
I just started. I do it myself now.
You do it yourself? Yeah.
But I do go to the cleaners, and I advise everybody to go to the cleaners. Tailor everything for you. Yep. This shit costs $20 at the cleaners.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can go get the cheapest.
You can get the cheapest shit.
But you tailor it to you. It looks like $1 million bucks.
Really in the door.
Like real. I tailored most things, like most pants, because that's my biggest problem. But I get it tailored, and if I don't do it myself, I'd go to the lady and she do it for $20, bro. You can get whatever you pay. Go to H&M, buy some $20 pants, and put $20 on top of it, and you're gonna look like $1 million.
That's true.
Yeah.
I never thought of it. Damn.
Yeah.
I do that shit with every pant I ever have made untouched it.
That's fly.
Because you're tall, huh? It's hard being tall out here.
Nobody like getting fucking 30s.
But that's because when they send clothes, they go off a demographic.
Yeah.
Our demographic out here ain't tall, long people.
Yeah.
So all of our clothes are either, if they're tall, they're super big, or they're short and skinny, or short and big.
Yeah.
Us, we not finding our clothes out here.
6 foot, 1.5 niggas, yeah.
So I just now I know that I'm going to get it tailored, so I can go. I really wear 32, but now I can get a 34 because the length is gonna fit me, and then give May $20, and then fucking she's gonna make the 34 a 32 slim. You feel me? But also I just stopped wearing all the other shit. I only wear Wranglers and Levi's now.
Damn.
Because you can buy these Wranglers right here. Because you can buy, they're affordable, they're good quality, and you can buy any length. You can buy 32, 36 if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever like?
You put me up on some shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, when you was ever on tour, did you ever like style some of the artists?
I be giving niggas tips, but
because I know people want you to like give them advice on their fits. And I know that you probably don't, a lot of people.
I really be styling all my homies that be on tour. Not really the artists because they think they know what they doing, but for like the drummer and this or the fucking guitar, the drummer, Corday drummer actually just hit me like, hey, where can I find these shoes? Because that's my, you know what I'm saying? Literally like, shit, I was at a club, I was DJing, and I really text him like, but not really the artists. You know, artists are artists. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to. I don't know who did. I don't know. People ask me, but that ain't really my thing. Like I don't lead with it. Like I'm an individual dresser. I'm not like trying to like. If you tell me you want to buy this or this, I'm gonna tell you don't get this one. But I'm not somebody that imposes swag on. Cause it's your expression. If you're Boosie, and then that's your swag. Nah, I fuck with it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But it's the idea of that. Like I don't think people understand that. Like your shit is your shit. It don't matter if I don't like it. Cause I had somebody the other day like send me shoes, and it's just like they send me like 2 shoes, and I'm like I like those over those. And it was like you don't like those, and it's just like nah, like them weak to me. But it's like they like I like these that. I'm like no, do you like if that's your shit like. Wear that shit. You just came to me. I'm choosing that over this.
That's why these stylists, bro, to me is like, it's corny. Like, bro, you're not, I mean, you're a stylist or whatever, but it's like, you're dressing this person not like this person.
No.
Like, you get a stylist and now all of a sudden you're dressing him like not him. You're supposed to like study that person, study what they're into, and then like fucking do their swag on crack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to give them somebody else's swag. You just gave them fucking Shy's swag.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not Shy. This is a different person.
Yeah.
Study them, what fits them, and then give them something that fucks with them.
Just more enhanced.
Yeah, enhanced. That was the word I was looking for.
So I want to, the name Daghe Digital, where did that start at? Like, where did that begin for you?
It was a website, man. It was a website. I just didn't want to. I was doing graphic design, and I needed a website, and I chose Daghe Digital because I needed to stand on my own.
Okay.
I needed to stand on my own, and I needed to stand on my own as a person, as a party promoter. Mm-hmm. And I just to stand on my own, I needed to use my name, but I didn't want to use my name, so I added the digital on it.
Now, do you still use digital now? Like, is there parts of your? Do you use? Not, I know because normally you're Daghe, but do you ever use that as like an alter ego, or is certain parts of you is still if that's digital? This other part is like the other side of Daghe, or do you just? Or there's like a name you just put to rest? Do you ever?
Every part of me is Daghe Digital.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like for me, I don't give a fuck about DJing. Yeah. Not in the way that people think I do. And I really the digital side is like this is a form of expression for me. So is graphic design. And like so is video editing. So is everything digital that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the Daghe Digital is like the base of what everything I do is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean, you are like a creative. Like, if whoever knows you or have ever interacted with you or interfaced with you at all knows that you're a creative in the sense that like I remember you saying like how when you DJ, you ain't DJ for the crowd. You DJing for the DJs. Yeah. That's like there to kind of like get them to kind of catch their face of like, oh shit. Yeah. Like that's where you get your gratification where you like you don't even pay attention. If the crowd like it, cool, that's whatever. Like you have that, but like you are like what I look as like a very in-depth creator when it comes to like you want the kudos from your peers. Yeah. It's nothing to do with the admiration of people following you or getting more followers or more people come up to you. It's really like I want the people in my field to look at something I do and fuck with it.
Yeah, because I'm trying to compete with everybody. Like anybody, I'm trying to compete with you. I'm not trying to compete with the best of this. I'm not trying to compete with the best of Oakland. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to compete with everybody in the world. I want to be better than everybody. I want to take it on. Like anybody in the world, I want smoke. So it's like I can't sit here and just be like, oh yeah, I'm lit. It's not that it don't matter. No. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody, I want smoke. If you're in Amsterdam, I want the smoke. I want to try to be better than everybody, everywhere. And not just better like that, but I just like it's not about this that we see. No. It's not about like, oh, you killed it tonight, Daghe. All right, well, there's 5 DJs behind me. I'm going to show them that I'm the baddest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to show the club. The club, y'all like anything. Yeah. So I'm not even. Yeah, I don't even. Please y'all with the I don't have to please y'all, but these guys, I gotta show them that I'm the baddest. I feel like that, and see, I'm the same way. Like anything I've ever done, I never cared about if my homies liked it, if locally, it's received. I've always the same way how you said. I've always been competing with the world. I've always like no. Like I don't want. Like I'm, of course, you appreciate recognition you get from your people at home, like who fuck with you. Yeah, it's great, But like, I need either the same thing, either niggas that are doing what I'm doing to come to me like what I'm doing, or for me to go somewhere where there's no biasness, no one owes me shit in this room, and they fuck with me. Art to art. Art to art. What we doing? Bar for bar, you like what I'm doing, and you come up and you shake my hand and say, I fuck with that. Yeah. That's the biggest compliment. Because the thing about it is, bro, it's all about popularity, bro. Yeah. And sometimes you can get too comfortable in popularity and not develop skills or not take the art serious. I just take the art that serious that I just ignored the popularity aspect of it. And I'm just like, all art. I'm going to do the art. I'm going to learn how to I didn't have to learn how to DJ. Niggas would have came to the parties, but I decided to like learn it. You know what I'm saying? And where did that come from though? Where did that like inspiration? Like, did you? Because I know you from many different mediums of creativity, but when you were consistently doing the DJ, like I was curious as to like where did the shift come from? Because was it just boredom? Like I thought you was bored. I thought you was bored and you did because I feel like certain creatives who are multifaceted
once you, as you said, yes, once you know how to problem solve, you know how to, once you've accomplished that thing, you're kind of like done with it.
Yeah, I think I just really just like this. I just love how music makes people feel. But I've always been sharing music. Like I've always been. I mean, even the mixtapes or all that shit. It's the same thing. Even I got into DJing, making a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? So with Krayshawn. So I've always been into. I've always been into music sharing. You know what I'm saying? So this new shit where we're the celebrities is like new.
It's super new.
It's super new, but like I'm sharing music. That's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason I took it serious is because I wanted people to come back. Cause I know I was already popular. I know people will come the first time, but I wanted them to come and say, "Damn, that was tight. I want to come back." So I had to be at a level where people will be like, "I'm coming back for the music now. This is my nigga, but I'm coming back because the music is fire."
Oh yeah, because it's good DJ. They make the parties. You follow the DJs.
For sure.
If the DJs suck, party sucks.
But people, I feel like people, the DJs can't. Some DJs they not that good, and people still come, and people have a good time somehow. But
Liquor does that for you. Liquor will make you.
Yeah, liquor will.
You just being, you feel good. So it don't matter what's around you. You just already feel good.
True.
But I know me when I was going out, I was looking for the slowpoke parties. Because I was like, oh, he gonna DJ, he gonna play something that I probably haven't heard, that slap, that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to those parties. And those ended up being the better parties.
Yeah.
I was a bird. I was following Rick Lee. I was a bird. I ain't know DJs like that. I knew Rick Lee from just KML. Like
that was the biggest DJ though.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. I was a radio person. I wasn't like knowing who's really like the niggas in the part. Who's really the DJ you should be following? Like nah. Like,
Rick Lee was a bad motherfucker.
Nah. It was like it took me a minute to come across a slowpoke party. That wasn't like a okay. I just knew who he was. That's just you going out all the time, like every weekend.
I'm saying, and then you start. I only listen to the radio and wherever Rick Lee was at, I had a great time because Rick Lee was Rick Lee. Like it wasn't no problem. Like, but like I didn't really know mind motion. You know what I mean? Until later on in my life, and that's crazy because mind motion is mind motion. But like I was like when I was 21, 22, I'm following Rick Lee. 23, I'm following Rick Lee. Like I know the name.
But that'd be my shit though. Like. Nigga, I want mind motion and Rick and Lee to respect me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm DJing for the respect of niggas like that. Like, I don't give a fuck about y'all niggas. Them niggas is raw. You know what I'm saying? And I want their respect. I want to be like, damn, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want the respect of Abel D, like motherfucking Chris Rochelle. Like, these niggas have seen shit.
Yeah.
And I want them to, like, Sake One. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want them niggas to be like, my little homie is a bad motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where my brain is.
You said a name in there, and we've been saying this for a week, Chris Rochelle. Shout out to him for letting us use.
Yeah, man. Shout out big homie.
Like, we've been meaning to do that for a minute.
Us use this venue. Him and Jeff, man. Y'all know what it is. His family.
Shout out.
You know, but
shout out to my big homies Jeff and Chris.
Did a lot for a lot of us in this room right now. But that's what I'm saying. So going back to the DJ, how long did it take you till you got the confidence to go and DJ in front of people? Like, did you stay in the lab for a bunch of months, or did you just kind of like said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go out there"? Because like, that's a tough thing to do. Like, I'm fake way learning how to DJ right now just as a hobby. Like, I don't want to do it for real.
It was a different time though when I started DJing. Everybody wasn't a DJ, but I also like when I started DJing, I didn't go to the club. I created my own party. I created the warehouse scene. I was a black warehouse scene. I started that. We don't have that scene no more, but I started it. So I just created the scene. But I think I was DJing for probably like 3 months before I threw a party with 300 people in it.
Was you DJing at Scumfest?
That was me. That was my first DJ gig.
Bro, all right. For y'all that don't know, Scumfest was a party that Daghe started. Is in the warehouse in West Oakland. And I never forget that time because we're talking about 2021, 22. like going to some shit like that. Like, and a lot of people who you see now who are like the big dogs in their creative fields were at Scumfest. A lot of artists you see now who are them niggas were like not them niggas at Scumfest. So it's like you literally see a lot of the bigger creators who are locally and now all across the world were there. And like I always give Daghe's flowers for that, because for me that was a party that kind of freed a lot of like especially black, weird, nerdy kind of creative like up and coming teenagers and young adults. Like it was a safe space. Like I should remember how to get in that motherfucker. Like when you got the door, you have to say your porno name.
Mm-hmm.
And like you literally had to come in there and say your porno name, and then you had to write it on the wall. Like, and so like you see niggas like using real porn names, just real niggas. Like I think I used Wesley Pipes. Like that was like my shit, and I got in there. But like when you got in that warehouse, it was just a room full of just like
with projectors on the wall.
Bro,
It was in a time where bro niggas were going to the club and niggas were still wearing hard bottoms, and I was just
Steve
like,
Madden's.
nah. I was like, nah. We're wearing our clothes. We know how to act. These clothes ain't gonna change us, and we about to turn it up. But yeah, I came in a different time. I came in DJing at a different time. I'm so happy because the coast was clear for a while.
Yeah. It wasn't that easy being a part of that scene, bro. Like, so I want to know. Speaking of during that time, how much does what does not even what, but like for you, how much does creative class mean to you?
Creative class.
Like, if y'all don't know, creative class is this clothing line he had some years back, and I remember I was trying to find a way to get the release, but I could never get the timing down and when you would drop shit. But like I remember seeing the varsity jackets and all that stuff, and it's like I feel like a lot of that shit that's how I really kind of like that around that era is when I started to figure you out and see you a lot. Was doing that like Scumfest creative class era. So that's like, what does that mean to you? Because there's still people who still wear the C8C hats and buckets and shit.
Creative class, bro, is my reference for everything I do now. And like More Vibes is literally creative class. It's not even nothing different. It's literally the same thing. It's just a different, it's just a different name, and it's just really aligned with music more so, because that's my medium that I've always wanted to do is music. But it's a reference for everything. It's the reason why More Vibes is one of the biggest, I think one of the most well-known clothing brands in the Bay Area, and we don't even have clothes.
No. No. I got the hats.
Yeah. So we there's people that have different hats or different shirts, but it's like there's really no clothes. It doesn't drop on that. It doesn't drop, and it's not like I'm not honing it out, because I realized with creative class and my boy Lucas Breaking Meisner, he put me up on it. He was like, bro, creative class is not a clothing line, bro. It's a flag. He was like, it's a flag to represent what you on, what type of how you like, what type of person you are, what type of art you on, like what type of thinking you on. And I was like, damn, I don't even need clothes for this brand.
No, it was a thing, bro. If you had a creative class, like I still see niggas with creative class bucket hats, and I'm jealous of them. Still to this day.
Because the thing about the creative class shit is like, if you see another guy with a creative class hat on, you can have a conversation, and you already know it's gonna be good. Yeah. You already know a few people. You might know Daghe, you might not. You might just know the homie who know the homie. Yeah. But if somebody has a More Vibes hat on, you know you're gonna have a good conversation with him. Yeah. If you walk in the club and you see a nigga with a More Vibes hat on, you might just, if you feel unsafe in that motherfucker, just go by the nigga with the More Vibes hat on. Cause you know he on some different shit.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's kind of like a silent like badge of honor, a membership. Like members only club. You see somebody with a More Vibes hat on or a More Vibes anything, you be like, okay.
Yeah,
that's why I don't on the same frequency.
That's why I don't be pushing the clothing on shit like that, because it's not for everybody. It ain't even highly designed. It's just a logo.
But even within that though, bro, to have two brands, where people like same how we were talking about earlier about how you were like when it came to certain name brand clothes, how you just like if you know, you know what I'm wearing, you know what I'm wearing. Like to you having two brands that if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Like that shit it got to be a different feeling, different vibe, because it's like that's how you were, but then you created that for someone else.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that, I can't imagine what it feel like, you know what I mean, for people to see this podcast and to come up to us, you know, in due time and start quoting and talking to us about shit. Like that's gonna be a mind fuck for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine somebody wearing your hat or wearing your shirt, you know what I mean? For them, it's like a badge. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, and for people who recognize it, they see it the same way. Like I've literally seen people wear your shit and see smiles they didn't know and like damn near salute.
Yeah. Like, because that's what I mean. It's all cotton, bro. Like it's literally
damn.
Like it's just clothes. So it's like I got a lot of clothes, bro. But how can I make my cotton mean more than the next man cotton? You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not just throwing shit out there, bro. Like I know how to go work at Home Depot. You feel me? Like I'm not trying to take everybody's money. I'm not trying to do anything to the maximum. I'm not throwing a million parties. I don't want to take y'all money. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, I want to have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want everything I do to make it to feel special for somebody. If you wear this hat, it's like, it feels special. Like you hold it in it, like you treat it in a special way because this nigga's not trying to take my money. It's clearly not a money play for this guy. No. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's a conversation. It's a piece, it's a flag that people can have on and wear and feel tight that day and maybe meet somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
it's something to say about when clothes do that for you. I think that's the beautiful thing about clothes is that like it really can be a conversation with what you're wearing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times you hear about high fashion brands and how a lot of stuff they put out is really just them being like very funny. They're trying to make fun of shit. They're not even taking this shit serious. You know what I mean?
I'm taking this shit very serious.
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm saying.
That's why. That's why I don't even drop clothes. I only drop accessories because I don't even want to disrupt your swag. You get what I'm saying? Like I just add this flag to your swag. I'm not gonna drop a sweatsuit to this. How they gonna know who you are? How they gonna know your swag? How they know how you dress? Yeah. Now, if I just dress you, then you're not gonna be able to express your individual swag. Not at all. I'm just gonna give you this hat so you can put it in your swag and your and so you can make it look how you want to make it. Yeah. It ain't no type of nigga that wears CAC or Morval. It's no type of person. No. I remember I went to what was that? Black Scale. I went to Black Scale when they had their shop in the city. And I was there and I shout out my brother Jody. Me and Jody was there and we was sitting there. Shout out Jody. Man. What Jody? Jody. That be with Ann and them. Oh, that's my brother. I'm my brother Jody. Man, so I never see you around him. That's why I had to ask. I'm like, hold on, we talking? We on regular brother shit. But I went in there with him because me and like around our brotherhood of like we were the guys who were into clothes and shit like that and into like fashion. Jody be wearing that shit where you like Jock Muse, I get it, bro. Yes. It ain't for everybody to get. You got that shit on. You get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's he's been that person for me my whole time. So a lot of shit that I've gotten to now, I've gotten to because Jody was the person that ushered me into it and just kind of like being around him and just paying attention. So he was the reason why I went to Black Scale. And going there, we were having a conversation with some of the guys from the stores, and one thing they brought up was like about, cause I asked them like, why is most of this shit black? Like I get this Black Scale, yes, but like why is everything very minimal? And he said because like are you talking about like we don't want our consumers to have to think when they put on our clothes. They can just put them on. Like I don't have to think. What if I have this crazy purple hat on? Yeah, I can only wear it with certain shit. But if I have this black hat on, this white hat on, or even just this red, like you can incorporate it into your swag. I say we're not trying to interrupt your style. Yeah. We want you to be able to wear our shit whatever you're doing. Yeah. You know, and I never thought of it that way, but seeing that way, I see how they became successful. So when you talk about that, like I never looked at your clothes or your accessories like that. Like for us, except for us who've been paying attention to your journey, like we fuck with you. So for us, it's kind of like we repping you in a sense. Like we fuck with him, we love him. So like anything he put out, we repping the people we really love and really think we pay homage to. But see, the thing is, bro, I could have took advantage of that. Yeah. I could have made y'all niggas a jumpsuit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, nah, I have respect for you. The people that fuck with me. That's why I don't have my friends. Niggas that are fan of me, they got jobs, bro. They got responsibilities.
Yeah.
I don't have the average fans. Like a lot of people, they can make a lot of money off their fans because their fans are just like, oh, Daghe, he's great. My fans are like, Daghe's great. I got shit to do. I got a job. I don't give a fuck. But that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I know my fan base. My fan base are just responsible people.
Speaking of jobs, I got a question. You tweeted something out, I want to say it was last week.
Shit.
Nah.
Shit.
Nah, it was something like,
damn.
People, nobody talks about how dope it is to be a creative with a 9-to-5. Something of that effect.
I think I said having a 9-to-5 as a creative is criminally underrated.
Yeah.
Because it is, man. It is because we just want to be big, but then niggas just don't also take advantage of the 24 hours they have in a day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we're so like into this, like, I'm a celebrity. Like, niggas you ain't a celebrity, bro. No one's a celebrity. We're all human beings and we all have a baseline that we have to provide. And then we have the rest of the fucking day to do art if we want to. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And people don't see it like that. They're like, I'm an artist. No. Bro, if I go back to Home Depot, I'm going to say it to Gay. If I go back to Home Depot and work at Home Depot and bust y'all niggas' heads at night on the ones and twos, it is what it is.
No, that's real.
It's what it is. It's like, you're not gonna downplay me busting y'all ass because I work at Home Depot.
Yeah. Then I bust your ass.
I'm bust your ass, bro. Pause. I don't even like saying pause, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't bust my ass because you work at Home Depot? No,
I did.
I did.
The Home Depot nigga bust your ass.
It happened
on DJing. Yes.
Yeah.
But so I want to go into
because niggas don't want to be the best.
Now that's the conversation. Now we can go there. For me, I was having a conversation with one of my bros, and he was giving me flowers and us doing this and all that shit. And I tell him, like, bro, like, everybody's born the same. Yeah. Like, everybody's just, like, we were all like born the same. We all have the same amount of opportunities on this earth, you know, regardless of how you start. You know, it's all about how you finish. And like, the only thing I've been doing that's separate from people is that I've been trying shit and I've been pursuing it. You know what I mean? With a level of fearlessness that allows me to put it out and present it to people. You know what I mean? Like, but I do it with the intent of, I don't want to be ass when I do it.
Yeah.
You know, I care because I put myself out, I subject myself to these things. So I don't want to half-ass it. But there's a lot of people, they blame them not making things or things not happening based on whatever ramifications that are around it. But really it comes down to, like, did you try? Did you, like, my boy actually one day, he said, are you giving what you're doing your all?
Yeah.
And it caught me. I froze. Cause I was like a real question, like, damn, am I? You know what I mean? So like, the intent to be the best, even if you don't end up becoming the best.
You don't even have to become the best. I'm not even the best at the shit I'm talking shit about.
Your best foot forward.
You just gotta be the best version of yourself. Yeah, like, you gotta live up. You gotta live up to the hype that you know actually exists within yourself.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. I don't think I'm the best DJ.
No,
that's just what I'm striving for. That's just what I'm looking at. There's niggas around the world that's way better than me. I'm trying to surpass y'all.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get better and then surpass. Somebody's teaching me how to DJ better on Wednesday.
That's dope.
Bro, my boy Marcellus from Plural.
Oh, shout out Plural, man.
Yeah. That nigga's about to teach me how to DJ better. Like, niggas ain't, bro, I'm in it. Yeah. Niggas ain't going to call a nigga up like, hey, bro, can you teach me how to do that? I'm about to literally go, bro, hopefully I can do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm still trying to get the nigga in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I had to call my boy, like, bro, put me on. How do I do this better? You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. That effort, though, that effort is what makes you successful. Like,
DJ lessons 10 years in is crazy.
But that's beautiful because, like, people still think Beyonce don't give vocal lessons. Yeah. Like, it's always a room to improve. Like, there's always something you can work on in your craft.
That's the beauty of being an artist.
Absolutely.
It's like there's no age. There's no like wherever you are is just where you are, and there's just room to improve, and it's a evolution that goes with your entire life.
I'm sorry, I said select the MC, plural music. I want to make sure he gets full shot. Yeah, because
the whole plural crew, man, like they fire. But you love them because again, but those are people who spend those hours, who work on those little small details, those little like skills that people may overlook who are a DJ. But they are perfecting it. So it's to have that perfectionist mindset is what separates legends from like guys you talk about in passing. Is because like you may have not seen that small improvement over this last year, but you'll see it in your response to them. You know what I mean? Like their response to you is going to be different because you're learning new things. So still want to be a student, even as someone who's a professional, is always a good thing because you'll never stop growing. And I think a lot of people don't. I want to talk to you about the city we're in right now and the city you love, and particularly an area you love, West Oakland. Like, I personally love when I hear you tell people on the mic, when I saw you at parties or on stages somewhere, and it's a festival of people, and you say, "My name is Daghe, and I'm from West Oakland."
I really don't even love West Oakland more than I love North Oakland or East Oakland.
Really?
No.
Okay.
It's just where I'm from, but I just know that West Oakland just be so overlooked. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta stand on it. Like if I was dug in, I wouldn't be shouting out West Oakland every day.
Yeah.
Every chance I can. But the fact that I'm doing square shit, you know what I'm saying, in square arenas, I have to shout that out because you gotta know that there's somebody from West Oakland that's doing this, and there's a hell of us, and there's more people. Yeah. But I only bang this shit because I'm just in square spaces that you have to know that, yes, we're from here. We can do anything. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be gangster. We don't have to be this. Like, if I was a gangster, I wouldn't be screaming West Oakland. You know what I'm saying?
But it's the pride, though. The pride in that is still fire because, like, not a lot of people, like, people are from West Oakland, but like to do it in the platforms that you get a chance to be on, to be on those stages, to be in front of those people, and to literally say, like, I'm from West Oakland. Like, yes, we have talented people from all parts of Oakland, especially West Oakland. I mean, there's actors. You go down the line. There's very famous people who are from West Oakland. But I still being from Oakland, to see someone like rep their area in that way, because a lot of people go somewhere, I'm from Oakland, but to say I'm from West Oakland, because like, to be in Switzerland and be like I'm from West Oakland, like it's
West Oakland is the only place that you can't fake claim.
That's true.
Just like this.
I never heard nobody fake claim West Oakland.
You really can't, because it's not like something you really like. And shout out to my West Oakland niggas, like y'all know I love y'all, but like it's not like a strong of a badge of honor as quote unquote other areas of Oakland that people like to proudly, because West Oakland has like a connotation of like being a certain way, and not everybody wants to claim it. So I'm always happy when I see people claim and rep West Oakland, rep where they from, because I'm like, you should be proud of anywhere you from. I grew up over, that's where I'm from. Like there's a lot less people that are proud of that side of Oakland, and I don't understand why. And
West Oakland people are super proud people, though.
Yes,
I'm not gonna lie.
It's
like West Oakland niggas are the only niggas that claim a side of Oakland.
Yes,
literally. Like
a lot of niggas are from Oakland. Like,
East Oakland niggas would be saying they turf or whatever, but West Oakland niggas, it's a smaller community. Like that's what I'm saying. You can't even flake claiming because you just know you have to. It's not that big. You
gonna know though.
You know the people.
For sure.
Even it's like you can ask your uncle, and then if anybody your age, if somebody say they're from West Oakland, you can ask if they're from there.
Yeah,
it's just small enough that you can just check. You can't check if somebody's from East Oakland.
No.
East Oakland's so big, you can't go in everybody's house. In West Oakland, you kind of damn near know where everybody actually lives at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because East Oakland, like your grandma could live in the East, and you can say you're from the East, but really,
and you really can be from there too, and never ever come outside or be seen.
But West Oakland, West Oakland, you really have to be outside. I've seen people get G-check where it's just like, who's you around? What school you Because it's really like I said, people. It's a small community, so like I know everybody. If I don't know you, I probably know your cousin or your best friend. I was like, okay, then you live in West Oakland. If you fuck with them.
Yeah,
So,
I haven't even lived in West Oakland in a long time, bro. Like a long, long time. But it's still referenceable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still like I ran around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I say. That's why I appreciate it because it's not something that everybody truly takes pride in, and I love the fact that you go in again. You go into these international spaces, and you not only say I'm from the Bay. I'm from West Oakland.
Yeah.
And for some reason, for me, that pulled me into like that pride of like, yeah, like yes, we can claim Oakland, we claim the Bay, but like I'm from here.
Yeah.
Like this is my people who still here.
Yeah.
You feel me? This is my people who still, you know what I mean? Like I'm waving the flag, like I'm overseas, like I got us.
Yeah.
Like we standing 10 toes in front of this big crowd. So speaking of that, now I want to go back, and I want to ask you a question, and you tell me yes or no. Are you one of the founding fathers of the hype of like turf dancing?
No.
Damn, I should never bet that. Okay, so
nobody is.
When did you get into turf dance? Because a lot of people don't know that Daghe was a turf dancer when he was in high school, and this was during the I call the golden era of like turfing and hyphy, and so I asked that because you were at the Castlemont battles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the era when it got. I was like the pioneer of when it got. I wouldn't call it popular.
But when it started having that rise.
When I started having rise, I was the first to that. But that's the thing, bro. Turf dancing is, niggas been doing that shit probably 100 years before us.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even take credit. A lot of my peers take credit for the turf dancing, but we only play a small part of this bigger thing that people been doing, bro.
Yeah.
We been have turfs and they been dancing.
True.
So what the fuck are y'all niggas talking about? They've been to Brookfield for hella long. Yeah. There's the 700 stomp out. This is turf dancing, bro. My class just evolved it, but it's turf dancing, bro. Niggas are forgetting the whole turf part of the turf dancing shit. We didn't make it up. We didn't do shit, but do it in our way.
Can you just now, for people who don't know, I went to the Castlemont battles, you know what I mean? But I wasn't. If you wasn't there at a certain time, you feel me? You wasn't getting in. Like it was a wrap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a tight. Youth uprising.
Like, do you remember your first around your first battle around there? Like, do you remember how old you were when you started battling at Youth Uprising?
Crowd is kept. I was already in Chico State when I was battling there.
That's lit.
Nobody even realized that. I was already in college.
Damn.
I was just coming back for the weekends. People think I was a kid, but I was like 18 already. I was 18.
That's crazy. I remember because you had to get there, bro. For y'all don't know, like the Youth Uprising battles that used to happen at Castlemont was like the shit during the early hyphy movement era, like turf dancing. Like when we were literally trying to find ourselves in chaos, bro. Like we were trying to find ourselves, but instead of us, you feel me, always gang bang or doing some wild shit, we literally turned that energy into like dancing and made crews and made shirts and shit. And it was like you had known dancers, you feel me? Like it was a thing when you show up to party. I saw niggas getting paid to show up to parties just to go dance. So it's like a lot of people don't know that, but they see the fashion, they see the DJing, they see the photography, but they don't really know that side of. I mean, you've put up videos of you turf dancing, you know what I mean? They still kind of, you know what I mean, show you still with the shit, but I don't think people really know how deep your history is with that. So I had to ask that because I didn't want to skip over that and let people not know that like
I'm a turf dancer, bro. Like that's who I'm a turf dancer to this day. Like, and I feel like I saw I model a lot of stuff off of. It's just turf dancing. That's like the basis to my stuff. But yeah, during the rise, I was like my freshman in college. So I was already kind of gone a little bit. But I used to just come back because I didn't understand Chico at the time. So I used to just come back to Oakland every day. Not every day, every weekend and stuff like that. So I was in a mix, but I was already out of there. And I didn't like. For me, turf dancing, it didn't make sense to me when it just got it when they were trying to make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when it's no longer at a house party or the bus stop, I just like didn't want no parts of it.
Yeah, I missed the house party battles.
Like the youth uprising shit was cool, but I'm like, who the fuck is these adults? You sound like, bro, you got adults? Like, what are y'all doing? And they like, it was just too weird for me. I'm like,
yeah, it was for the youth. Like it was literally for the youth. When you start seeing like,
not the adults. I mean like the organized adults, which is
the
beautiful.
One trying to put on make profit off of it.
I wouldn't even say make profit. It was too much structure for me, and this is shit that we just do. I'm like, I'm not joining no crew like that. Like I'm not.
It was so serious.
It was got too serious. I'm like,
it
bro.
It was so serious. Like I'm talking niggas have met up with crews and like battle on some Beach Street shit. But you know,
see, I was gone. I was out of there by then.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I was out of there. I never even. We did that shit like the ST. I came up with the STI area, like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But like when it was like even the youth project shit, it was cool to me, and I love what it was. But I'm like, I don't like the structure. And then we had Animaniacs. I was in there.
Yep.
And that's they're my guys. But I was like, I don't like the structure.
Shout out Shep and them.
I don't like the structure. I want to just dance. I don't want to fucking battle you niggas if it's not like a party.
I remember Animaniac. I used to want to be an Animaniac so bad, bro. When I fake way did it after the Tell Me When to Go video.
Mm-hmm. That was the day I quit.
Oh. That's the day you quit?
The day before, yeah.
That's lit.
Lit?
Yeah, because it's like you.
I never made the video.
I know, but to say fuck that is like to me it's like damn, that was some ballsy shit.
Yeah, we did a Keep the Sneak video on that, and then I was already in college, right? So I was a freshman, and they was just like, "You gotta go over there. You gotta come over here." Blah blah blah, and I'm like, I don't even like how they talking to me. So I was just like, I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm out. I don't like niggas tone.
Yeah, it was just like, it was kind of like corralling us and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, no.
Yeah, I'm not with this.
Yeah, I'm not with this. And then they was like, you want to come to Tell Me When to Go shoot? I was like, it's about to be E40. And I loved E40. I still love E40, but during that time, I was just like, nah.
No, not doing it. That's funny. I want to switch over to something you're currently doing now, your involvement in politics.
Mm-hmm.
What made you get into that space? Because as someone who's been known to be very artistic and be a creative, what made you decide I want to now use my voice and my power to now give my community a voice?
I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do in politics, but it's there for us, and I did it. Like, it's there for anybody. We probably have an advantage if we really applied ourselves, because we know we have a community. A lot of these people that are politicians are running for local government. They don't know half the many people as my randomest friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if it's available, I'm gonna do it. And then, I really want to be an example for somebody that's way more equipped than me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to show somebody, I don't know who, show somebody with a little bit more knowledge than me that they can do it. Yeah. Because a lot of people don't do it because they don't know it's attainable. But when somebody sees this DJ who doesn't really articulate well do this, then they're going to be more inspired to do it. They're like, I know I talk better than Daghe. He's kind of a fool. You know?
So for those that don't know, like what did you do or are you working on specifically in politics?
Right now, I'm an assembly district delegate, a Democratic assembly district delegate. It's not a local. It's more a state. It's a state position. I'm elected, which means I ran for it and got voted in. And I also on the Cultural Affairs Committee. I do campaign consulting for different people. I have some people that are running right now. And I also do communications direction for a council member for District 4, Janani Ramachandran.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Because most people seeing you day to day have no idea you're doing all that. they have no idea how involved you are, like on the political side. You know, you because the way you campaign was so player and regular, so like it's me.
Yeah.
I'm running.
Yeah.
Vote for me. like y'all know, it was
Simple.
You felt your voice, your vote was forced. You know what I mean? It was more like everything about how you promoted and how you campaigned and how you got out to the people was very organic, very you.
Yeah.
And so like it, like I was telling VS, it's the Russell Simmons in the room with the head of the board, like still wearing the Forces or the Adidas with the Yankee fitted. Like I'm me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not wearing suits unless it's absolutely required for something like.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be me in these spaces with people that don't look like me, and I'm gonna represent what I represent, and for the people that look like me who believe in what I believe in. So, like, that shit has to be very gratifying for you to know, like, I got into this position being myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I literally only can be myself, and I don't think. But I'm also don't look at people and like that's a nice suit. You must be a gentleman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even look at people like that.
Yeah.
So why would I do that? Why would I do that? Because I know fuck niggas that dress hella nice. I know people. So why don't I just be me and just have knowledge and just present myself as me? Because I'm gonna know how to do that every time. I can't be a suit guy because I know too many people doing wrong in suits to wear a suit. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is what I got. I'm wearing this. I know a little bit of what I'm talking about, but I don't think the suit is gonna make me more knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? So I just never really, and I wasn't really sold on the suit part of it or the presentation part. And it's like all my flaws are on the internet. I clear them up in the internet.
That's
like
true.
If I ran for something, you can Google me fighting on the internet, and it's going to be on there.
That's
so
true.
I can't really hide from who I am or my past or anything. It's there. So
That's
you're
true.
either gonna fight for it. You're either gonna vote for this dude who's flawed, or vote for the nigga in the suit that's flawed. You got a choice. You know what I'm saying?
Depending on which one you choose.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, I want to go over what you got going on now. So is there anything you can share that you are working on that you are excited about? You don't have to get into details. You can just be like, I got a couple things that, in this space that I'm excited about.
I'm excited about everything. Musically, I'm very excited about the music shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I finally, that's why going back to that quote, and it's like, being a creative with a 9-to-5 is criminally underrated, is because I do a lot of stuff. I have an agency called Alternative Approach Agency where we do marketing for the political marketing, campaign consulting, and shit like that, which allotted me the opportunity to be able to be the exact DJ I want to be now. I don't have to play that. I don't have to play this. I don't have to play what you know me for. I can be true to me because I have a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so happy about this, where I'm at with the DJing shit. I feel like a new DJ again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting off like my shit that like speaks to me, and I'm just super excited about that, bro, because I do things because that is me. Like, these parts of me is me. You know what I'm saying? But like now I'm just like I'm playing music that's down the middle. This is what I want. This is where I want to play. And if I can't do that, I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
That's why I'm getting cooler DJ gigs, but less of them. You know what I'm saying? But
Less
they're
is more.
cooler. So it's
Quality
like,
over quantity.
yeah.
For
So
sure.
I'm really excited about it. I'm putting my DJ stuff online, which is like making people like
Inspire.
yeah,
I've
thank
been
you.
seeing it.
Yeah, people like you. Oh, you're good at this. I'm like,
like, oh, you really are. Okay, it
Yeah.
wasn't bullshit.
yeah. So I don't think people really seen it because a lot of people don't come to my shows. You know what I'm saying? No, a lot of people don't have the opportunity to come, or they just like fuck with me, so they'll buy some merch or they'll do this or that. But just to give them that a pinch of the experience online, it's like opened a lot of doors for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to Portola Fest this weekend.
Oh, lit.
Yeah, so I'm about to announce that probably by the time this is out. It'll
happen. Yeah.
It'll have happened, but I'm announcing it in the next couple of days. And just like, man, I'm excited about everything, bro.
That's on the docks, right? In Frisco?
Yeah, Pier 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked the union gig on there like 2 years toward when we took it down.
Okay, so, I haven't even been there yet. I'm very excited about that because I'm like, I know I got booked playing my shit.
That's lit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I got booked for that, just being authentically me, and I'm excited about that. Like, that's I don't know. Like, for me, that's everything. So I'm like high off the DJing shit right now because I'm like, nigga, I know I can do me easily. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I can do that. So I'm just happy to be able to do me. Even the video shit, I just fell in love with video editing and shit. So I'm like incorporating two things that I'm like really passionate about together. And I'm high off this shit now. I'm like, I can do this. And it's crazy because I got 85 mixes online right now.
That's a fucking lot.
And people don't realize it. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do the 85 mixes that I made, our mixes. It's right on SoundCloud. I'm just going to do it with a camera in front of me. I'm like, oh, this what y'all niggas doing? I've been doing it for 10 years already. Damn. And now I can just do the same shit. I'm literally about to just actually play those over with a camera in front of me.
That's crazy. 85 hours of mixing.
It's online. I'll show you.
That's crazy.
And people be like, I love what you're doing right now. I'm like, that's crazy.
Do you know how long you could just let that play? 85 hours. That's a couple of days of niggas' lives that they could just have your mix on. And nonstop. No hours off.
And I bet you never heard one song on there before.
More than
These are not top 40 songs, bro.
No.
These are songs that are the exact same as the ones I'm playing now that people are like, damn, you on some new shit. I'm like, man, time is everything. Sometimes I'll be too early as shit, bro. But now I'm like, I gotta double back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not let shit go. You know me, bro. I'll be letting shit go.
I know, you move on quick.
That's a saying in like Tai Chi. You have to wait for your future to catch up.
I'm about to research. I need that whole quote. I need to figure out that whole quote. But like, yeah, bro. Like even the videos I made, I made one a year ago. You were at that shit.
Yeah.
You were at it. You seen the first video edit that I did that's just like that.
Yeah.
Did on my iPhone. And a 360 camera, and then you came to my first show. Yeah. I mean, my first like mix thing.
That was fun. That was so fun.
That's what we're doing now. You know that. That's what is popping now. So I'm excited about that. November 24th, I'm doing my first headlining show.
Ooh.
Yeah, my first headlining show. Grassroots, clean ass venue, and bro, I'm doing it with Basilica sound. Like, I'm just like. And I'm playing my shit. I'm playing edits and creative shit, and I'm not playing top 40 shit. I'm going the set you seen. I'm doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
And I'm there for sure.
500 people. I don't know how I'm gonna sell it out, bro, but
that's doable.
Yeah,
it's doable for sure. Well, anyway,
we're gonna put a link right here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get that from you. So we can put that in there.
Boom. To let people know. But this is the end of this episode. We can keep going for hours, but we are trying to be professional. So we go cut it right here, man. Listen, thank you for coming through, brother. I appreciate you. You know how much I love you. You know,
yes, sir.
These are conversations that we have. So you guys got a chance to see conversations that we have just at a party somewhere in the corner. Like in a bar somewhere. Like
everywhere.
We have these conversations anywhere. We would sit and talk about this for hours. So y'all get an insight of our relationship and how much we could talk, you know what I mean? But again, thank you for coming through, brother. We appreciate you. And please come back because these conversations we can have for days.
Yeah.
These conversations, like, you have so many quotables, and I know people are going to pull a lot from this episode, so I'm excited for them to see it, man. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to the edit. I was hearing things that like, okay, that's something.
You know what I mean? Like, it was so many gems in there. So I want to thank y'all for tuning into this episode of Regular Thing Podcast, man. Shout out to my brother VS behind the camera, man. Shout out to Shamari. She couldn't be here, man. I'm your player partner, Kodak, man. Tune in for the next episode, man. To then, man, y'all be smooth out here.
Peace and ease.
Yeah.